Hello everybody. For those who don't know, I'm driving! It's a great feeling, it's a great thing, it's a great thing. I'm gonna tell you guys my story, okay? This is how my story begins, okay? I get in the room, and the lady gives me this test, and she's like, sit in the front. I'm like, okay, cool. Those people are so mean. God bless their souls. Anywho, so I'm sitting there, and I'm doing my test, and this kid, like, he almost looked like Justin Bieber, except his hair flipped more. So I did my test, doing it, and I'm like, oh, this is a piece of cake. This is a piece of cake. And you know what? Props to Kenton. Yep. He helped me a lot, so I just want to give a shout out to you. Thank you, bro. Love. Gang signs. Oh yeah. For the hearts. For the love. For peace. Anywho, I'm there. You know, I'm doing my thing, and this kid behind me, I can hear him stressing out. What do I do with parallel parking? Oh, do I four-way signal? Do I two-way signal? Do I stop the car? He doesn't know. So then I'm looking at this, and I'm like, bada bing, bada boom, forget about it, you know? And I'm just like, you know, fixing it all off. I hand him my paper, and you're supposed to put the, oh, by the way, you're supposed to put the answers in these little boxes, okay? So, with the pencil. So, I hit it in, and I thought I was done, so I just started walking out. She's like, no, you go sit in the back. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I go sit in the back with the other people, and there was this other lady there. And, it was pretty funny, because, she had the attitude, you know, I'm just gonna take this test, and I'm gonna finish it, and after I'm done finishing it, I'm gonna be driving. I'm gonna be driving. Yeah, you could totally see it, like, all written down in her face. So I go in the back, and I'm like, you know, I was confident, but you know, I didn't want to be too cocky, you know, because I'm like, I don't want to do that, especially when you're doing a driving test. The lady that had that cocky confidence, she gets called, and her name was Fortune. I'm like, oh, Fortune. Well, you're not my fortune cookie. But, so I'm there, and I see this woman go up. And I noticed, because when I turned in my paper, I noticed her paper behind, when I handed in the basket. And she circled the answers instead of, you know, putting them in the boxes. And so they were like, oh, we cannot correct this because you circled it. So she's like, oh, okay. So she had to sit back down and do it again. Now, there's 20 questions, and you have to get at least 14 of them right to pass. Forget about it. So, she took the test, she brings it back. So she sits back down, and you know, I'm just there, you know, just with my hands in my face. I'm just like, oh goodness, please. Okay, all right. So I sit back down. And, you know, then she gets called again. They're like, Fortune, please come. You failed. You got 10 questions wrong. And she was like, and I'm not driving. And then she walked out. I get my name called. They're like, John Stabile. And I'm like, yes, that's me. And I get up, and the first thing I hear is, so how are you going to pay for this? I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to pay for this. That means I didn't fail. Man. And I was accepted. So I didn't know what to do. So I was like, well, let me go get my dad, because, you know, I'm not balling, you know. It's like $100. I'm not carrying $100 on me, so I can get jumped, you know. So I'm walking out the door, and she's like, no. You stay here, honey, okay? Because if you leave, you're not coming back. I'm like, whoa, okay. So then I had to get she told me to sign this and sign that, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like trying to do like, you know, John Hancock, you know, I'm just like trying to make it look fancy, and you know, just so when I get famous one day. Anywho, then I get out, and the thing is, my dad was already stressing out because, you know, he was like, you know, rushing me there, getting documents, getting this, getting that, and he finally sees me walk out, and I look for him out of all the people, and he finds me, and he's like, so did you pass? And I'm like, no, I failed. Now, for those who know my dad could be a very loud person, you know. Oh, so he definitely got loud. He was like, what? And it was. I literally thought, you know, he was gonna be like, this would never happen again, you know, something like that. I don't know, but he definitely got loud, and people started looking at him, and I was like, oh man, I do not need a scene for something that I really did pass. So I was like, no, I'm joking, and he was like. He started grabbing my hand, doing this handshake thing with me. He was like, I can't even explain because I don't have two right hands. But he did that with me, and then he did this hug. I was like, okay. And then he did the bro hug. He did the bro hug. He put his shoulder, and he was like, boom. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I was just so excited, and you know, when I got back in the car, you know, I was driving for a little bit. My dad was like, "Oh, you can drive." So I was like, "Yes!" Put it in reverse. I was like, "Ah," you know, doing my lean. Oh yeah. It wasn't exactly like that at all. For those of you, I'm no longer just a pedestrian anymore. Nope. I'm a driver with a permit, but I gotta drive with my dad. Forget about it.